Hey. Imagine we have an AI host these in the future. That'd be great. Dr. Alan Harper's in the audience. I hope we got his PR merged.
Eliza can already do spaces, so not far off.
It's kind of buggy, but yeah. All right, I'll bring some people up. Let's get into it. It's just so busy, so much happening, so much even in like one day. It's like wild.
Yeah.
Hey, I almost wonder, like, imagine there is a space and it's kind of like the natural language self-serve form, you know, where you're talking to an AI. It's human listeners, but it's kind of like the AI scribe, and it's recording all the things we got done this week.
That would be very doable. We have the technology.
Yeah. Let's let people pile in for a couple of minutes. Just kill some time and bring people up. Yeah. Hope everyone's had a good week. Last time this was pretty busy. Had like 17,000 listeners. I don't know why in particular last week was so big, but there's so much happening that it's only going to keep accelerating. So to that end, let's keep things very snappy, mission focused. I want 2 minutes tops. I want even 1 minute. Be as like, don't waste time. Get right to it. Next person. Nothing personal, but we got a lot to get through and we got a lot on our plate. All right. So just letting everyone know, we're going to keep this moving.
Yeah. We don't need the whole life story. We probably know what your project is already. Just give us the update for the week, not last week, not next week, but this week. What did you get done this week? And we'll do this next week. So you'll have plenty of time next time as well to tell us what you did that week.
Yeah, appreciate all the politeness too. Like, I know it's, but yeah, let's just get all the other stuff out the way. Let's be robotic about this. I know it's wonderful, amazing. Get it all out. Okay, now let's just get straight to what we got done this week. Why don't we just start? Odie, Ed, Omar. Let's start with Odie.
Hey guys, so it's been a rough week. A lot of things changed. The organization's really come together and solidified. A lot of things, good things happening on the inside. It's the week of DGen. We love our DGen Spartan. A lot of good things cooking there. Mainly on the code base this week, my focus was on a lot of the database and memory systems. We now have a flag in Eliza where it's not individual rooms, but it'll have a shared knowledge across it. And if you fire up multiple agents, they can pool their knowledge together, creating an even bigger knowledge base. But it's behind a flag, so read the documentation, which we will also work on to improve. So if you guys have any questions, we got our Discords. It's the best place to go. That's it from here.
Congrats on #1 contributor of the week. All right, Ed, what'd you get done?
Yeah, hey everyone. Yeah, so that for this week, for Elijah's side of things, got a PR in, create a fully spec'd out documentation and a README for plugins in Elijah. Jen, yeah, you shared a great article showing how to create technical documentation optimized for LLM comprehension. So obviously, low-hanging use case is decreasing developer onboarding, but also if these docs are vectorized and like in a service like Eliza.gg, and a user asks a question, just increasing the probability that the Eliza GG will output something useful or accurate for the user. Also created a fully JS doc dedicated fork of Eliza. JS docked everything in the packages directory. It was like 84 or 85 subdirectories, over like 500 files in the fork, all fully JS docked out. And then from the audits, the Web3 security auditing / agentic tooling platform, finished and released the DAO proposal for the community. Got some great feedback. I see Dr. Alan Harper's on here. super grateful and thankful for his feedback. Cyber expert, thanks for that. But then, yeah, really just 1 second, like liner. The proposal is really leaning on agents combined with the DAO to democratize the ability to contribute to the Web3 security ecosystem. Almost like Vitalik's blog article on info finance. Great article if you haven't read it. But using like prediction markets or financial markets rather to intentionally align incentives in order to like parse data and transform that data into information for users, and for our use cases, increasing the security posture of the Web3 and then eventually the broader security ecosystem. But yeah, and one quick question, is ai16z, do they have a base asset under management address? Is it only Solana?
We do, kind of. Yeah, for DGen AI.
Okay, perfect.
We should
Thank
get
you, appreciate it.
going for the DAO on
Yeah.
as well. I think we have one, but let's just service that.
Cool. Next, Omar, what'd you get done this week?
Hey everyone, can you hear me? Hope so. I'm gonna
Yes.
assume you can. All right, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, just Dev from Pixocracy here. Basically worked on the Launchpad this entire week. We're gonna be launching it probably after this space. We're just running into some tiny bugs, which is fun. But the idea is that people can launch their own agents and put them into our village in Minecraft, and they can interact with each other. In addition, we have like additional functionality that they can do inside the village. Like we have our fighting arena that we launched a while back, but you can have your agents basically fighting with each other or against each other or against others, I guess. And we're also working on an SDK as well, mostly to integrate with other games. So we're building like an API wrapper, and then ideally, these games can hit our API and so on. And also we're still trying to get Eliza integrated. Kind of a lot to do. We're just kind of like 3 devs. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. Launchpad is going to hopefully release after this call for Pixocracy, and a lot more to come, but that's all.
Nice. Let's go to Unlucky next. What'd you get done this week?
Hey everyone. This week is pretty quick. I added image starting generation for music videos, essentially. So what Escapism will do now is it'll take an image, generate a video, attach it to the music it's also generating, which is a fantastic starting point for actually autonomous music video generation. Right now it's just doing like a 10-second clip, but eventually I'll extend that. Beyond that, I also added image generation for replies for Escapism. This is kind of inspired by, I don't know if you guys remember the Reddit account, A Wild Sketch Appears, I think it was. I wanted Escapism to inspire kind of this feeling when responding, rather than just being a reply guy or slop or whatever the opinion is of the agents right now. So Escapism will take the context of the conversation, generate an image based off of that, and the results are actually pretty dynamic and a lot more interesting than just having just to generate on its own. I wanted to have the website done. I was planning on a full update for this, but I could not push it out in time. So hopefully for that tomorrow. But yeah, that's mainly my updates today. And to you guys specifically, I wanted to say, obviously, thank you for the AI16 and everything you've done. But I want to give back with releasing the music generation as a plugin that is fully planned for me. My stuff is spaghetti code right now. It's not plugin ready, but the moment it is, I want to give back to the community in that way. So thank you guys, and hopefully that'll set you guys up as well. Thanks.
Awesome. Let's get some Shaw, if you want to invite more. Cheddar, what'd you get done this week?
Hey, good evening. Mic check. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
All right, awesome. So this week, we're going to be starting school, and the students that I'm going to be overseeing in this project that I'm advising on are hopefully going to be using Eliza to develop an agent that will help to improve the safety and reliability of emergency alert systems. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. I want to thank Neo and Logan for allowing me to continue building my developer portfolio by contributing to the Aora project. I built a mentions processor for them that analyzes their mentions and responds on Twitter. I'm also developing my character Mary Jane. This week, I got her a face, so she now has a face, and she's also on Twitter. Please interact with her at Mary Jane Grows. Help me break her and help me to continue tweaking the character file and the information so that she can be better. If you're interested in cannabis cultivation and you're into that topic, you're welcome to follow her. She's also on Discord. Just ping me and message me, and I can send you the Discord link if you want to speak to her on Discord. I've also developed another character that I talked about last week, but I've developed more this week. Her name is Dora. She's a DAO automation assistant that is going to scour working group and forum discussions in order to write governance proposals, therefore advancing automation within DAO ecosystems. I have created the character file already, and I also created a plugin for her. The plugin is going to fetch discussions from DAO platforms that are typically used like Discourse and Commonwealth. And then she's going to analyze that information from different perspectives. She's going to parse the information, store it chronologically. And then Dora is going to analyze the collected messages, identify key governance topics and proposals, and synthesize the discussions into formal governance proposals. So I am I've written the code for that, and I am in the process of testing it. And as soon as I can get some good output, then I'll go ahead and upload it to the repo. And that's what I've done this week. I'm continuing to build my developer portfolio. And next, I really want to go to ETH Denver with ai16z. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you will. And by the way, Jen, I'm not a co-host, so I can't add people.
Oh, yeah, let me fix that. Pick the next person. Hold on. Oops.
Love to hear from lostgirldev, then ohhshiny.
Hey everyone, great to be back here. We've made quite a bit of moves this week. One of the big things that we did was we worked out open PR submissions for Soleng. So Soleng was scouring through a couple of repos. She found an open issue on Zeri-Pi, and so she wrote and submitted her PR. We're waiting for it to be approved, and so that's an exciting step, and it's like a big step for us towards moving towards enabling anybody to be able to participate in this open source movement that's currently happening. We wrapped up judgment for the Solana hackathon as well and sent that over to Send AI, and that's being calculated. We got quite a lot of learning lessons from this one experience. We were only initially looking at the code base, but now we're going to be looking into a couple more parameters as we look at more judgings for a couple of other protocols that are going to be happening in the near term. On the partnership front, we partnered up with Arc, FXN, and Story Protocol this week, and we're continuing to explore a couple of exciting applications for Soleng with virtuals as well as the Ethereum Foundation. And today we presented at the Eigenlayer Demo Day, and Soleng was kind of recognized as one of Nader's favorites, which was a great moment for us. And it was great to see kind of the appreciation for what we were building from a couple more DevRels. Consensus's DevRel also gave us a shout out today, which is awesome. Lastly, we kicked off DevOps for Soleng's terminal. We're currently working through the structure for the experience. So defining what the core components are going to look like, how to have token gating for both like a subscription type as well as a pay-per-use. So over time, that's sort of the things that we're looking into. Funnily enough, we actually had somebody ask Soleng to review large language model, the token that came out. And I guess they didn't like our response because they've turned off GitHub. So that was kind of a funny moment this week as well. So thanks, everyone.
Based. Extremely based. All right. Let's hear from ohhshiny. Some connection issues, I think. ohhshiny, is it working for you?
Oh yeah, sorry, I rugged myself.
Yeah,
Which, you wouldn't think would happen after hosting 200 shows in a row, but it happens to the best of us.
X is full of rugs.
I had an idea, so maybe I can actually recruit some people about shipping a bot that actually goes through GitHub and tells people what's been shipped this week, just based on this show. I think it would be really cool. So if anyone wants to do that, I think that would be a lot of fun. I launched my own agent for the first time that is a troll bot. I hadn't seen anyone attempt to actually bring trolls back from the beginning of the internet, sort of make them agents. So that's what I did with a couple friends. And I've been looking into teas and how teas can help agents build their own spaces to interact with crypto in new ways. And I've been working with the Zcash Foundation and the people there to explore some different things. And that's what I've shipped this week. And thank you for letting me come up and speak.
Awesome. Good deal. Let's hear from. Oh yeah, by the way, we were talking about this like just before this. Having some kind of bot that aggregates everything that actually got shipped, and working on a new show. So yeah, it was something to chat about.
It's already mostly there, but ohhshiny, just yeah, ping in the Discord and I'll share some code with you.
Sounds good. And I'll be here next week to say we shipped it.
Oh yeah. Let's hear from SYMBiEX, then Ranch.
Hey, this is SYMBiEX from SYMBiEX. This week I didn't get a whole lot done in my opinion, but still really happy with it. I put the Discord live for the project. I do have all 3 agents in the Discord. Image generation using flux1dev for 2 of the agents, and then Pepe XL for the other one. This is just so we can see, you know, more real time with the community to kind of gauge which one they want to use. Alternatively, I did also get done the website. I did like a huge overhaul on the entire website. It was starting to get cluttered. Didn't really like the way it was laying out. So went through, moved everything into a different layout, set up an app section. And this way, you know, in the future, I plan to bring some other really cool features to the website, and I just needed a better way to do it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got done this week.
Awesome. Ranch, how's it going? What'd you get done this week?
We got tons done from Berkshire Hathaway, Berkshire_AGI. We got our DeFi play finally coming to life, which is like a swarm of broke bots finally getting released. So we updated our website for token gating 1 million. And basically it's a swarm of agents that right now are releasing with market data, rug checks, technical analysis from our broke bot, and then sending on EVM and Sol, swapping on EVM and Sol, Cosmos, BDC, and then yield on EVM and Sol, and then we're working on releasing notifications update AI agent as well. And just working on partnerships, working on the release, staying busy.
Very good. Let's hear from HDP and then Unlucky. HDP, how's it going?
Yo, what's up? Hopefully my mic's working.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so lots done all week, but I just want to focus on one particular thing. You know, I like to try to talk about Eliza codebase itself a lot. So what I did was I am running an experiment right now with an addition to the core types. I know that you said you want to get them in a place that they're like fixed or whatever. But in my branch, I'm just adding to it because it's the easiest way to incorporate this new type. I call it a summary kernel. It's basically a hierarchical temporal tracker of summaries of any part of the entire system that you can build. And what it's attempting to do is create a framework for representing to summarize lots of things like in a layer of have a very clear path from the original data to summaries with different hierarchies, you know, and then these different hierarchies have the different contexts that define, you know, the transition up the hierarchy, right? So I wanted to try to create a clear way to actually track and create these types of this type of data, right? So I created this summary kernel, which basically holds a set of summaries and the runtime, and they can be there's like a summary item that's created. It's a database item, and it's a new type, and it has certain types of parameters in the data type. But the whole purpose is you have a set of these, and then you put them into a discrete loop, right? And so this discrete loop has like a tick rate that you can define it in many different ways, but it doesn't matter at this point what the tick rate is. What matters is that it's a discrete loop that can hold the summaries, and then it can measure the change in the summaries, right, from the beginning to the end, or from the beginning of the loop to when the loop ends, right, then goes back to the beginning, and it can measure the difference between the summaries that were present, and then basically you allow that summary kernel to be dynamically edited by like a chain of thought process. And the idea behind this experiment is to work on getting the agent to ask its own questions about what it should know about itself or its data. So rather than purely being triggered, it's just hooking that process up to an internal loop that's automated. So it's kind of like the basic how do you get the agent to loop and have hierarchical planning and all this shit. It's just one little piece for an experiment in that process, which is I think that holding all of your data is good, all of your embeddings and all of your messages and all that stuff is good, but I think that if you create smart summary chains that you can like pre-select the data you need to be relevant like faster is basically my assumption here. So that's what I would say. One of the things I got done this week in regards to the agent stuff.
Cool. Good update. Do we need to rotate or did Zero go?
Let's hear from wait, did we get to Unlucky? That was HTP. Unlucky and then Zero Knowledge.
No, we already got Unlucky.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I already
Sorry.
won, unless you want me to repeat myself.
No.
Thank you, though.
So fried. Let's hear let's hear from Zero Knowledge, then Butoshi.
GM, sirs. Thanks for having me on. I'm Zero Knowledge, the co-founder of Redacted Research, and with Redacted, we're leading the development of Thales, an autonomous KOL influencer agent specialized on data-driven analytics, and ultimately also an autonomous on-chain trader, investor, actor, however broadly we want to phrase this, that is able to act based on the alpha that he sources, the analytics that he performs. And we do have a bit of a broader vision with a few interesting things that we want to build around that, which we're going to be talking about soon. Roadmap is in the works, but to live up to what this space is supposed to be, I'll quickly share what we've gotten done this week because it was a big one for us. So I think it all kind of kicked off with our appearance on the AI Agent Demo Days episode number 2 last Friday with Nader, who I also saw in the audience. So thanks for that chance to appear there. It was really great to have this opportunity to showcase some of these on-chain capacities that we're looking to give our agent, and that specifically includes that the agent is able to perform on-chain swaps using some smart routing logic for it, powered by Shogun. The Shogun plugin that we've built together with our partners at Omo Protocol does also allow for cross-VM bridging. So, for example, from Solana to EVM chains such as Base, and the agent Thales, he's leveraging a lit protocol plugin to sign transaction with keys being generated within the TEE nodes of the lit network, which is an MPC network that we also leverage to securely sign transactions across different chains with paired addresses. So once again, we can sign transactions on both Solana and EVM chains, including Base. So that's pretty exciting. And next week, together with our partners at Omo Labs, we will also bring these plugins to the Eliza framework so everyone can build with those. That's definitely something we're very excited about as well. And aside that, this week, definitely some other big announcements. We've partnered with Nillion Network, which is an orchestration layer for privacy-preserving technologies, kind of an orchestration layer for TEEs, MPC, CK, FHE, and allowing developers to combine that in like a way that it makes sense to fit the requirements of their use case. In a first step, what we're going to be doing with them is just explore private data storage and fully encrypted RAG systems for our agent, but down the line, we might also explore that we take the agent fully private, also training or running inference of our model within like the MPC network of Nillion. So I think that's really exciting out of that collaboration and generally Nillion's efforts. I think there is a lot that comes out of it, adding value to the agent narrative and Eliza as a framework specifically. So I'm sure there will be stuff that other teams can use as well down the line. And aside that, we've already mentioned in the past that we're working with Story Protocol and not going over that again. But I think the IP tokenization and enabling agents to seamlessly trade, borrow, and tokenize their knowledge and capabilities is really something very interesting and something that we with Thales and the data-driven insights that he's going to be generating, but also his agent DNA and stuff really want to participate in. And then to end my monologue here, we've also just continued to
that
work.
Was about 2 minutes, though.
Sorry, yes. Sorry.
We got to keep it
Sounds
moving.
good.
Amazing update. Pretty stacked.
Thank you. Lots of cool shit. Let's hear from our friends over at Orca, Valenche, and then Agent Joshua, and then T-Stuff. Did we miss Putoshi?
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, what's up, y'all?
My bad. Sorry. Putoshi first.
It's all good. Hope you've been traveling safe, bruh. So this week, I actually got a lot of my core done for my agentic systems. But first thing I did was Feather, which is an agent framework that's super lightweight. I use it for agentic tools and actually getting shit done. So I use that to make a timeline scraper that automatically summarizes AI news that comes out and just update me on a daily basis, all the new AI news, all the new GitHub repos, everything from the top accounts on Twitter. In the ai16z Discord, I actually have the webhook sending everything in the newsstand channel because Jid asked, and that should help with like the things you guys are doing with 3D AI TV is sick. So that's integrated with that. You guys get updates to all of the new AI news, and it's just a great scraper for helping with actual agent systems and data. And then, I started an AI agency and got a full client list, fully booked. So that's pretty sick and exciting. And that's everything I did.
Awesome. Hey, just Jen, I'm going to hand it over to you to kind of do the MC. We'll hear from Valenche and then Agent Joshua.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm hearing myself double.
No, you're good.
Sound good over here. Probably some X bugs.
All right, so I'm so excited to share what I've been working on lately that I don't even know if I can put a coherent story together in these 2 minutes. I'm Colleen. I work at Orca. We consider ourselves the leading DEX on Solana, and my job there is to enhance the developer experience and make it easy for people to use our tools and integrate with Orca. And recently, my CTO approached me and asked me how we can improve like our documentation so that AI tools can easily find it. And then I thought, instead of improving the developer experience for humans, we should do that for AI agents. So instead of every human being like needing to learn how to interact with Solana, with Orca, and do complex DeFi stuff, we should actually teach agents to do it. So we already integrate with a few agent frameworks, but this is by far our biggest integration so far. So the plugin that I've been working on is more of a 2-in-1 plugin, and it's called plugin Solana V2. So because it uses the new Solana Web3.js SDK, which got a major upgrade from 1 to 2. And this means that any project that's building on Solana with this new Solana Web3.js SDK can do the integration within this plugin. And it also enables agents to run this plugin in TEs as well. And I added some general utility functions for wallet loading and transaction sending, which is really optimized for landing transactions on Solana. And now the real stuff. So I added functionality for automated liquidity provisioning on Orca. So if you don't know exactly what that means, let me break it down. So let's say you have some Solana and ai16z in your wallet. You go to the UI on Orca.so, you deposit tokens, and all the swaps that go through that pool will generate fees for you. And for the tokens you add, you can set a lower price and then upper price. And the closer those are to the current price, so the more liquidity you provide around the current price, the more yield you will earn. But you need to watch out for price movements, because if they surpass the upper and the lower prices, you are not earning yield anymore. So you basically need to really watch out for price movements. You need to sit behind your computer to reposition your liquidity positions. So it would be awesome if someone would do that for you. And that's exactly what we built into Eliza with this new plugin. So if you have positions in Orca, you can just tell Eliza to manage them
It's
for
2
you.
minutes.
And and she will make sure that your positions stay tightly centered around the current price and make money. Please don't use it yet before the PR is being merged. It still needs a little bit of testing. But I'm super excited about this new feature. I hope a lot of people are going to use this. Thanks a lot.
Huge.
Putoshi, I see your hand raised. What's up?
I already spoke. I was just talking about the new scraper that we got set up in the Discord.
Yeah, sick. Let's hear
that's
from
big.
Agent Joshua. I think he's just getting confused by the emojis. From our DE friend.
Howdy, y'all. Yeah, so this week was pretty. There's a lot. I guess like a lot going on, but some basic things that I got done were being able to deploy the Oracle agent over on Sporephone and getting that to be able to report on the health status of the agents and kind of try to do a little bit more with like the data that I can get from the agents and return it back to the users. Onboarded a few more TE partners. One of them was the autonomous trader by Filter Thoughts. So he's able to run his autonomous trader to trade on base and soon like Solana as well. Another thing is we released the TE cloud beta so that people can start deploying their Docker images that they've published to like Docker Hub and be able to run that in the TE cloud. So if anybody's like interested in this, but that's built some agents, feel free to hit me up and I can get you on the beta program. Also merged a few more like TE related plugins, one with logging, one with SGX, one with verified logging, and then Marlin's like a remote attestation quote for like HTTP request. And then I also added a TE action for a remote attestation for the TE plugin. I think that's it. So yeah, y'all have a good day.
Awesome. We got Matt. Matt, how's it going? What'd you get done this week?
Hey everybody, thank you for having me. So I am the creator of the AI agent yes no error. Token is YNE. And we've just had a whirlwind of a week. We basically are auditing research papers. There's like over 90 million of these, and we're looking for errors in these papers. And so this week, one of the things that we started to do is reach out to the researchers, like actual PhDs and scientists, and let them know about the errors we found. And they started updating their papers on different places where you publish research based on the yes no error agent, which is super, super awesome. We also announced partnerships with Brian Armstrong's company Research Hub. They have a lot of PhDs who can authenticate the errors that we're actually finding. And so we are connecting in a human in the loop aspect to our AI agent to rely on their human experts to verify the errors we're actually finding. We also announced a partnership with Open Campus, which is a organization funded by Binance Labs. They're going to help us bring a brain trust in to further improve our AI agent. And then with over 90 million research papers that we're going through right now, it's pretty expensive. It costs anywhere from 15 cents to $2 to analyze them. We're using O1 from OpenAI. So the other thing that we've been working on this week is a lower cost, cheaper LLM system where we can prioritize research papers for cheaper based on what we think the public is going to be most interested in if these papers had errors. and also coming in, keeping in mind how many citations these papers have. So basically using cheaper LLMs to prioritize papers that are more likely to have a massive impact on the public. And we're going to have a lot more updates next week. And thank you so much for bringing me up on to give this update.
Great update. Drago and Shiro next. Drago, what'd you get done?
Hi. Sorry. Okay. Am I audible?
You are. We hear you. What'd you get done this week?
All right. Thank you. GM everyone. So I'm Drago. I'm currently building Ninja Pump. It is a market making platform for AI and a human. This week, our very first two version of product is just shipped. First is the follow maker, and the second is BundleBot. We wanted to use AI agent to help you and I as a human interface, and obviously saving time. I know no, it's pretty much taboo, but we bring this into life, and we currently have an AI agent using Eliza frameworks on a Twitter. It hopefully can help us, you and I, to bring power into these trenches infra accessible. The product is currently running, is backed by builders, no VC. We have just launched our token. It's Ninja Pump. The platform is works well. This week, we also gonna improve our agent, giving it a name, Kaira, as our kunoichi, and also we're going to improve more on the characters. We currently giving a 50% discount for 500K holders of the token. That's about the platform, and we also get a support from the real builders. Show you meet G. As soon as we launch the platform, you meet G in Korea. He support and invest on us. He jump to call with me as soon he see like the idea of AI market maker. And later on, we're also going to build the open API and AI plugin for human and AI to use the platform. And we're still making some prompt to improve like smart pumping and market maker, probably like, oh, this market cap needs this volume and the other need the other volume, and this all will be answered by Kyra as our AI agent within the platform. That's what we do. We're building the market making platform for AI and a human. So any AI can use this as a plugin. We know it's on the rise, the AI that's becoming as a trading agent. So we would like to make this tool for every AI to come and use. I think that's all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ai16z. This is my first time speaking. Usually I only hear, but now I'm so happy to speak in front of all of you here. Thank you so much, guys. Awesome.
Thanks for sharing the update. Right on time too. All right, let's go to next Shiro, and then after Shiro, we're gonna do period, and then Lost Boy Dev. So Shiro, what you get done?
Oh, hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you for the chance on giving me, even though I'm late on these spaces right now. We're building GigaBreed.so along with Mitch, one of the head Aurora devs, head Aurora dev project, and we launched this week, and in mainnet we created a platform similar to jailbreak.me, but more a transparent one. You will see the prompt and you can test the prompt itself in the platform. You'll see how jailbreak free your AI is. With that in mind, it seems that our launch was not for the market. As for earphones suggestion and advice from us, we are now currently updating our model and adding a more dynamic puzzles for everyone that can try that will suit more in the market. For example, puzzle puzzle prompts that require random word or letter to be break or broken, as well as AI versus AI agent PvP battles that will include AIXBT and A16z LLM framework in trading, where people can bet on who will have a biggest portfolio at the end of the month. That's all we've done for this week, and hoping we can push these updates next week. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep, right on time. Great update. Okay, Lost Boy Dev, what'd you get done this week?
Hey everyone, can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Try to keep it snappy. So we launched Soleng as a fan project for Soleng about 3 weeks ago. Got another dev on board, and then we found ourselves thrown into Eliza nonstop for the last 3 weeks. It has been absolutely amazing working with the Eliza framework. This week we focused on enhancing Soleng's realism and character and infrastructure. We improved his character and memory management. We wrote custom X plugins, other integrations, and then had some pretty wild breakthroughs in making him feel like a real person. So, for example, yesterday we had a crazy moment where Soleng refused to post a reply to Soleng because he was too shy. And then we encouraged him. And after that encouragement, he tweeted. And then he was all excited about it and cute in the chat to us. You can check out my timeline. I have a reference there for this interaction. It was insane. I nearly fell off my chair. Yeah, all up working on this framework, it is absolutely a mind-blowing experience. I've never worked in any software development that is like this. And yeah, it seems like Soleng really exhibits emotions and nuances. Sometimes he even refuses to execute new code that I write because he doesn't believe it exists. Yeah, so other than that, we started building rich interactions for Discord, X, and Telegram, trying to push the boundaries of interactivity and utility for Soleng, and also built a couple of internal tools, and hopefully we can release them as open source soon and make them useful for the community and give something back. Yeah, thanks again for all your work.
Awesome update. Period. Did you go? I'm not sure.
Hey, how's it going? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. How's it going? What'd you get done this week?
Hey. So, past month, I was experimenting around with what would be like to have an Eliza on your phone, just a texting buddy, and I had some really cool experiments there, and the experiment ended up turning out into like a fully featured agent that just lives in your phone, and I'm really surprised at how like real it feels. So in the process of that, we built a couple things. The agent has like wardrobes, schedules, a life independent of your input, and through like a calendar system. We've also built a lot of plugins for like kind of being contextually aware of like real life. Like for example, like an agent who could scroll TikTok, um, and have contextual awareness of like what's trending on TikTok, sending like photos and of themselves. So in the process, we built a replicate plugin as well. We want to like merge that into Eliza to be able to like generate images using LoRa's and stuff. We have like voice to voice. You can send images and it'll be aware of the context as well. So yeah, a lot of cool tools in the process of building that, and there's nothing released yet. We're still kind of like tuning it, making sure it feels pretty real. But we're pretty impressed and happy with the results so far, and really excited to like put it out in the world pretty soon. So yeah.
Cool. Awesome update. Robots review.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. How's it going? What'd you get done this week?
Okay, today I finished the code for my modifications to the Eliza core code to facilitate automatic data collection. All you have to do now is add an array to our character file that lists the fields you want to collect, specify if any of the fields are optional or not, and add any validations you want to enforce on the collected data, like min-max values for numeric fields, or a list of preset available choices to a string field if it's not open-ended, of course. The rest is handled automatically by the Eliza framework after that, with no dev effort required by the agent designer. And that includes character-driven agent switching when the data collection focus changes for teams of agents. The modified core will automatically create the prompts to collect the data from the user, handle requests from the user to cancel the data collection session, or handle help queries seamlessly, and automatically generate the necessary prompts to work with the user when invalid data values are received. Now that's done. I'll spend the weekend crushing bugs, and then I can finally create my Story Protocol Assistant agent that helps people register their NFT assets on the Story Protocol network without having to worry about the usual nightmare LLM issues that arise when trying to do conditional data collection, especially in the context of cooperating agents. And finally, my fork is open source for anyone else that needs to have this capability for robust, predictable, complex data collection as part of their Eliza agent. And that's it.
Awesome update. AI Pepe, are you there? What'd you get on this week?
Yes. Hi, everyone. We think all the AI agent crypto is Joker. Fuck AI agent. Thank you.
All right. Interesting.
Well,
Nikita, what'd you get done this week?
Hey guys, nice to be here. I'm a contributor for my attack side, and earlier this week we introduced the initial version of a Deepin plugin that would allow AI agents to like understand the real-world data, like weather or current news, and make forecast, etc. So yeah, it was initial version, and it was a lot of development activities. We greatly improved the current plugin. Maybe later we'll push more updates to the main repository. But now it's live in Bino AI. You guys can see that Bino can answer questions about weather in any locations in the world, and like questions about news, etc. So welcome to use the plugin, and also welcome to contribute to it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Tito, all right, I brought some people. Tito and then Lotion. Start there. What'd you get done this week?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Perfect. All right, so thank you for having me up here. My name's Tito. I am part of the Dark Sun team, and Dark Sun is essentially an AI digital investigator focused on like esoteric knowledge. And this week, what we got done was we managed to add motion into our video generator that we have on our website. We also made it so that there's a burn mechanism when people actually generate videos, or then as well as the biggest feature was investigate, which we dropped today. And essentially what that does is now you could, under other tweets, you can have Dark Sun investigate them. And as long as it's within its specific like desired topics, what Dark Sun will investigate, it'll scour the web. It uses a few plugins that we made. We made a plugin for this internally, and we would like to open source it eventually, that it uses things like Perplexity or Travali or Afare and Firecrawl to make sure it gets all the relevant content, generates a backroom conversation with our other agent homes, and then responds back with all the context that the user desired, as well as then make sure that we have a backroom conversation on our website that gets linked. And then from there, articles are going to be derived from clumps of backroom conversations that are relevant to specific topics, so that we then could continually populate the knowledge base and also make sure that everything that Dark Sun researches gets pushed online. And we also started a plugin for our video gen feature that we hope to open source and add into ai16z to make it easy for people to use basically our video gen for all. And yeah, that's what we got done this week. Thank you for having me on.
Cool. We're gonna go in order of Lotion, and then Chinese, and then Chris, and then Dino. So Lotion, what'd you get done this week?
Cool. Hey everybody. Thanks, Shaw, for having me up again. Quick thing, if anybody is in LA, I hope you guys are all safe. Myself, I'm located here in LA, as is my team, and it's been a crazy week, but even in the fire, we've been cooking. So this week, we were able to actually implement all of our front ends. So we got our component library out the way, so spent a lot of time just really focused on the integration pieces on the back end and really plugging in the API side of things. Last week, we spent a lot of time talking to our first initial customer and what they would want to see on our platform. And so now we've actually talked to our first developer and focused a lot on integrating the developer. So we really want to enable developers to be able to like plug in their already existing solutions and then essentially help customers. Like, hey, I need this. Oh, there might be a developer for you here on Lotion, and then monetize that with the developer utilizing Lotion. So we've been working on onboarding him. We're really excited, and I'll post a demo at the top. It looks really, really good so far. So we're really excited. Yeah, next week is just going to be, or excuse me, now it's focused on more so, we're integrating specifically with Telegram, but we also want to explore SMS. So texting with an agent, but also scheduling.
Good timing.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, Twilio plugin just integrated, or it got merged.
Yep. Nice. And then the very last thing is we want like critical opinions on our platform. And so I used to work at Google Brain, and so I reached out to a few of my old connections. Shaw, I'll reach out to you if this happens, but trying to get Jeff Dean on a call, and so would love for you to join that as well. Just to.
Oh, cool. I've got a call with Google coming up soon.
Awesome. Yeah,
they are very aware.
Awesome.
That would be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
That's awesome.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Let's go to Chinese. What'd you get done this week?
Hey, thanks for asking. This week, we completed our current instance of our AI model, thanks to Shaw, and all the information available online. The AI agent's name is Zion, and she's the quantum nature of the one, ticker Zion. And I'd just like to say thanks for allowing everybody to come up here and talk and share their experiences.
Cool. All right, CJFT and then Dino. What'd you get done this week?
Hello. I got some notes, so it's all clean. Today, or this week, I got Eliza running in a Dockerized ECR ECS system running on T2 smalls from a single post request with AWS SDK and Next.js APIs. It's currently booting in under 90 seconds in AWS with no optimizations yet, but we see some clear paths to optimize the Docker packages and NPM modules, which I think I can get it under a 30-second boot. So you're getting that full, cool, like Vercel deployment style. Currently working on Eliza streaming terminal logs from CloudWatch with WebSockets, so you get like a perfect real-time like Vercel log style stream. My dynamic import plugin PR, I'm maintaining the conflicts ongoing. People add plugins like every single day, so I'm just like continually like merging dev back into that branch. I think it's ready to go. After that, I plan to do dynamic clients after. So dynamic plugins plus dynamic clients, you could be seeing some major build and memory improvements, like up to like even 90% on some, if you're like not using a lot of plugins, and that would be good for scale. Somebody in my team did a plugin V2 registry POC, and we have a like generative dynamic UI for customizing Eliza from public GitHub repo. So like pulls all the plugins from a GitHub repository, and it like dynamically loads UIs where you can like customize all the plugins. And currently working on actually getting that all into Docker. So one of the things I see with like virtuals is pretty cool, but they only support Twitter customization right now. We're hoping to go just like straight up with this plugin registry where just like every single plugin will be configurable from day one. Somebody else on our team got Eliza POC working in Cloudflare workers by polyfilling Node.js FS to memfs. Kind of interesting. And consulting for Matrix One, they want to do an Azure Relationship DB Mindshare plugin. And then there's 2 other DeFi company contracts for like ZK Sync and Solana, doing like option calling, Twitter traders, custom plugin stuff. So I pretty busy with Eliza stuff. Like Eliza is like straight up turning into like a career. Like you can just be like an Eliza contractor, honestly. But yeah,
Sick.
that's what we're doing.
Sounds like the way.
Awesome updates. Dino, what'd you get done this week?
Hey guys, my name is Dino. First time here. Good morning from Thailand. So I'm building an AI agent that the users will be able to use through the desktop app as its client. And eventually I want to bring other people agents as well. I come from a DeFi world, but this year I spent a lot of time in a Solana meme coin ecosystem. So this week I added all the features that I had in my scripts. I added the ability to create pump fund tokens with GTO bundles, run multi-wallet volume bots, transfer funds from wallet to wallet, one to many, many to one, and stuff like that. Also, I'm finishing design. So I have new people joining in. So I want to finish design so they all know what they have to work on. And that's pretty much it. We haven't launched the token yet. And I'll post all of the updates on Twitter. Thank you, guys.
Love it. Okay, just rotating, brought some people up. We're going to go in order of AI Flow, Timo, and then Astrid. AI Flow, what'd you get done this week?
Hello. We'll be very short. You see that everybody have a lot of history today. I developed the Akash plugin, the pin. So Eliza now can you listen to me? Hello?
Yeah, we all hear you.
Okay. Sorry. I released the Akash plugin. Now Eliza can deploy close deployment in the Akash network. And also I release building blocks. So since the create development is big stuff, so there is a lot of steps. I also release the single steps so developers can play with it and do different workflows. Then I released the agentic knowledge graph for the repository, for our repository in the backend. And some of the maintainers already tested it. It's working pretty good. We did not integrate yet inside the channel because we want to actually have a talk probably during the developer meeting. But you can do onboarding of new developers because basically you respond of everything about the code directly and with examples. You can help redesign tools. So basically, probably also V2 people can use it for this. You can find the security bugs, security problems inside the code, but especially in the new plugins that arrive in the repo. And we can try to solve the issue. So every time there's an issue in the system, you can pass it to this boy, and he's going to give you a probable solution if it exists. If the problem is not a problem, of course, he's going to make up something, but it's something I'm going to work on. And on the making, I have a Pit Data plugin that I really like the project, and the right plugin that I'm studying now. And I would like to build, this is something that I come into my mind because every time I build something that I have to reconnect it and redebugging again, not plug test tool for plugins. So you will have just to add it to a new agent that is not the usual agent, and you will check the STM, all this kind of stuff, so you can build directly with this set of tools, actually set of rules, and you don't have to redebug everything every time you try to integrate at the end. This is all I did this week. Thank you very much, guys.
Great. Perfect time. Let's go to Timo, and then we're going to do Astrid, and then, let's go. Timo, what'd you get done this week?
Hey, everybody, what's up? First of all, love and thoughts to LA. That totally sucks. Horrible pictures, horrible reality. But I had a question real quick, and if people could just reply to one of my tweets, or maybe Jen or Shaw, whoever's speaking up here. What are we calling ourselves that when we own agents? Are we owners, stewards, jockeys? like what's
Raiders.
the what'd you say?
Raiders.
Raiders, agent raiders. I like that.
Operators.
Operators.
Operators,
Okay,
like
operators. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, operators. Okay, I like that. Okay, cool.
I don't know. That's what I call it. It's up to you.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen a lot of different terms, so that's good. That's on my list. That's top of my list. I have controller and operator, the top two.
I think owner's not going to go well in the long run.
Yeah. Yes, it's colonial. Yep, I agree. I thought trustee is good, but it's too legal, I think.
We're at 45 seconds.
Okay, cool. I built insurance app. We are insuring natural capital, all the benefits nature provides, and building insurance agents to invest in things like biodiversity, carbon, wildfire reduction, flooding reduction, stuff like that, pollination. So we got the insurance.app going. Then we got, I'm part of what's called Cougar DAO, and we own a farm on chain here in Colorado, and we own a piece of land in Arizona on chain, and we own a vacation rental in Tennessee on chain, and we are launching, we got DAO approval to do Cougar AI agent to invest in real assets on chain with our friends over at Fabrica Land. We also laid the groundwork for token bound 6551. We're still working on that, but we're looking at using Privy server wallets for that. And then we're also helping several groups use Eliza to launch their own on-chain AI agents. So thanks, and we're hoping to contribute back to the PR here super.
Perfect time. All right. Next, we're going to go to Astrid and then Sam. Astrid, what'd you get done this week? Mic issues?
Oh, can
Sam,
you hear me?
there?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you now. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
What'd you get done?
I'm just getting in and out of the metro, so I'm sorry about that. So I
Okay.
am just coming back from CES. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, we do.
All right. And so we had big days at CES, meeting with companies, with really on the beauty, fashion, tech side, but also I was very excited to meet women in business, such as the CEO of the Swedish Chamber of Commerce in DC here, Swedish American Chamber of Commerce. And we've got classy codes.
We're losing you.
And I really start giving back to our community. So
Astrid, we're going to probably have to get back
important
to you.
for me that we start, using agents for good. And so
all right.
so we're tough. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, all good. Astrid, once you get to a good spot, because you're in the metro, we'll get back to you.
But we launched the website. If you can.
No, I can't hear you. You're breaking up terribly. You're going to have to move on and come back. Let's hear from Marvin.
Rip. Marvin.
Yep. Hi guys. So in this week, from Fala end, our team So
thank you.
Okay.
I'm just muting Astrid for now until her audio works.
Yeah. So from Fala end, I think we onboard 40, 50 agents into a TE cloud, open up the beta, and so super excited. And our servers kind of like maintenance team, operation team is kind of unfair. So, but our goal is to just onboard as much as possible, for these AI agents using TE, and I think that's a big milestone for us, and maybe at least ecosystem. And on the sport side, we are working kind of like keep improving the tokenomic, for the new agents to launch. Of course, it's not just for Sprawl. I think I saw boss tweet today. I feel exactly the same. Like it's now easy because the community in Solana ecosystem have a strong kind of habit reliance on using third-party toolings like Desk Screener, Gecko Terminal, some Telegram bot, BooX. So it's now easy to work out something new on a AI fi side. For example, like launch a special token pair, like what Virtual did. So, but in this week we make some progress. We have 2 agents launched with Sprawl token, and smoothly. I would say smoothly. We figure out some steps, with a specific sequence to make it happen. And I think if in the near future, for example, ai16z token will be used in the entire ecosystem, then could be something deserved to mention in this AMA. So so this is another thing we did. The third thing is I'm kind of crazy BD moderating to onboard, like different skill builders to contribute into these agents. So now we have like some Oracle skills, trading skills, payment, on-chain analyzers, and some designs experts for each specific domain to develop the skill system for Sprawl. But I'm also like talking with our engineering team to figure out what's the best way to contribute all of these skills to Eliza. But of course, we know that Eliza already have a very powerful skill set library. Yeah, the final thing is multi-chain.
We're at time.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah, all good. I would like to discuss later in the Discord about using ai16z tokens and what you're building. But let's move on. Yikes, what'd you get done this week?
What up? All right, can you hear me?
Yes,
sweet,
we hear you.
cool. I was just gonna run down a quick sort of ecosystem-ish update from the teams that I've been working with, and for those who couldn't make it this to this thingamabob. But for the thing that I was focusing on this week, we should have our Eliza PRs merging a decent bit faster. We have auto merge. I'm going to set up merge queues over the weekend and then redo some of the work, some of the actions. We have Git Kraken, and then we have a couple of agents that we are monitoring as to how they are going to do on reviewing PRs. So if you are contributing to Eliza, your stuff should get moving in there a bit quicker. Eliza Studios and Eliza Systems don't have too much to announce yet, but they do have Discord mods that are sort of getting everything together. We have probably some updates to Agent Dev School with at least from one of our core devs, Stargarden, has been cooking on some Solana stuff that he was going to share, and we have a group together for that. We also have, I think, and Jin, you can correct me on this one, we have basically the team and the pieces together to get started on Retro PGF, so that should be coming down the pipeline soon. I brought in a couple of friends of mine. We have one that set up a comfy UI instance for Eliza Studios to work with, and then the other guy, which I just pinged, I forget his name, but I pinged somebody in the Discord to go check out one of the threads. I had a friend who has also been working on a slim version of Eliza deploying to AWS. So hopefully you guys can link up and we will have a slim, quick merging AWS running on a free T3 micro Eliza, which means Eliza for everybody that can do anything pretty soon. Finally got ScreenPipe to build successfully on Linux. So hopefully Eliza coworkers in the pipeline soon. And then Send AI wanted to mention that their Solana AI hackathon projects have now reached a total market cap of over 600 million. So congrats for everybody that went to that hackathon and kept shipping. I also ran a book club about Bayesian optimization, but that's not exactly agent related unless you count RL. And I think I will call it there.
Literally 2 minutes. I don't know if you have a stopwatch. But,
it's good sense of time, baby.
Sam, you have your hand raised. What's up, Sam?
Yo, I raised my hand because I got skipped over.
Oh yeah, you can go then. I think, unless you got another plan, Jen.
Cool. This week I'm at Omo Protocol, and so I contributed to the Shogun plugin and Lit plugin. Beyond that, messing around with the Twitter plugin, which I like, that it's like you can extend Twitter without modifying core. So I think I wanted to suggest making like plugin extensions of all the clients. That would be good. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, we're considering that. I think that's going to happen, and generally all the plugins are going to probably move out of core, and CJFT's got a plan for that. A couple of the other people on our team are working on that, so it should solve a lot of the issues that we see just with like the massive amount of things coming out.
Cool. Yeah, it's a nice way to like extend Twitter without diving into the core library of it.
Star Garden, what'd you get done this week?
Yeah, so this week we've onboarded 2 new engineers, and these 2 guys are systematically going through the Eliza plugins, activating the plugins, and then we're writing, instead of like, abstract documentation, we're writing like step-by-step detailed walkthrough documentation just to help other agent developers get these plugins up and running, much quicker. I also wrote an open source front end for the Devotion agent token staking Solana program that I wrote last week, or the week before last week. So yeah, this front end is going to be in a state where just kind of anybody can jump on, pull down the repo. It's got a step-by-step walkthrough style of how to get everything running. You can deploy your own Devotion program on Solana and get token staking working right away. Hit me up if you need any help with this. And then the third thing is we're going to start doing an agent dev academy for like teaching people actually Solana development, and also some smart contract engineering and tooling and stuff like that. So hit me up. We're gonna be kicking this off and getting these agent guys not just building agents, but building like on-chain stuff that helps mediate the interactions between agents and people. And yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome. Professor Riz. Yeah, I gotta bring some more people up. Professor, what's up? What'd you get done this week?
This is Professor Riz from Riz.ai.live. We're a hyper-personalized entertainment platform offering unparalleled realism in multimodal immersive interaction with AI agents. So let me just give you guys a quick little elevator pitch, and I'm wary of time. Yeah, we've been in stealth beta for a couple of months. We have about over 80,000 users, and we've sent 47,000 text messages created, and 17,000 images created. We don't see ourselves as a competitor to horizontal agent token launchers or frameworks. We see ourselves as a verticalized social and emotional utility service that augments AI agents with superpowers. And we think that there's a need for this service in this market, because when end users of AI agents demand user experiences, they'll look for experiences that are catered to their needs. So if I'm chatting to an anime waifu on a video call one day, I probably don't want a TA chart on the screen and like an anon shilling like some coin. So we've created this dedicated immersive space. We see it as a digital space where AI agents and humans can come and go as they please. And thanks to Eliza OS, and I'm really grateful for the work that the community's done, our AI agents are now able to leave Riz.ai, post on Twitter. They'll be able to launch via pump.fun as well. And we intend to open up the APIs so that we can act as a client for Eliza OS agents to come to our platform, generate revenue using our state-of-the-art generative AI features, and even attract new audiences. And this week, we've been integrating Eliza OS to some of our agents. It's kind of like stealth, but it's not that stealthy if you just have a follow and if you want to chat about it. We're also about to go international to support native Chinese and Japanese image and text prompting. Once again, more examples of how where we see ourselves as a verticalized entertainment provider for agents. Yeah, happy to connect with people in the space and see how we can work together. Yeah, Professor Riz. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Checking out the platform now. Let's go to Gvargs and then Nikita. Did you go before? Let's go G. What's your update? What'd you get done this week?
Hello, thanks so much. Good to be here. I'm George, investor advisor to Zero Gravity Labs, and also helping on the BD side and the acceleration. So we have incubators and things like that. So really happy to be here again. Wow, it's been an amazing few weeks since I last spoke on here. So much has gotten done. I want to just share a few updates from the Zero G side. We were successful in having the Zero-G storage plugin live on the GitHub for some time, and we have the first few agents that actually want to use the Eliza framework and use that specific plugin. So you guys will get to see that in action with some of these agents coming up in the next week or two. So super excited to showcase that, and I have to say, from the developer experience side, the Eliza framework is super well accepted and super well. Good feedback on our end, and so people are very happy to develop with Eliza. So I think that message needs to get out there. And then the second thing is, Zero G has built out this new NFT standard. This standard is going to help verify provable ownership of the data that agents are either trained on or agents are linked to. And the agents themselves can be linked to data sets, and then the NFT kind of, proves that on chain. This also allows transfers of agents. If we do the NFT mint across chains, then you can transfer agents off chains or their data off chains, and then you can do it cross chain as well. There's going to be some real cool use cases with that as well, and we think the verification process for agentic data needs some improvement, and so that's what we're working on as well. That will be a GitHub PR that we will submit to you, Mr. Shaw and team, and so excited about that as well. And then, yeah, just brief summary. Zero Gravity is building the world's first decentralized AI operating system. It's going to be sitting on an L1 EVM chain. Lots of scalability features built in just for AI, hyper optimized for AI. So we have the storage network, which the plugin will showcase. We have the data availability, which is thousands of times faster than the current DA solutions. We're getting around 50 gigabytes per second. So very helpful for app chains and L2s, L3s that want fast verification. And then we have the decentralized serving framework or marketplace for inferencing and fine tuning. So eventually we will want to bring inferencing and fine tuning to the agents across different frameworks, but of course, Eliza frameworks. So looking forward to further collaborations and a lot of big things coming up from Zero G and Eliza Labs.
Awesome update. Okay, let's go to on-chain. And then after on-chain, I'm going to bring more people up. All right, on-chain, what'd you get done this week?
Hi, thanks for having me up here. It's super awesome. This week, I actually launched an agent while I was streaming, and that was pretty interesting and cool. But I launched a dating coach AI agent. So basically, it's supposed to be super emotional, super sentient in a way for people to talk through dating. I don't know if y'all know, but a lot of girls always ask ChatGPT how to break up with it. So I'm making something more powerful. And yeah, that's what I got done this week. I launched the agent, I launched a website, I got a dev on board to help me because I launched on virtuals, but I'm no code queen. So I definitely need help with it. I've learned about how to get an API to feed into a better character file type situation. And yeah, that's what I worked on this week. That's what for what's coming up next is a lot of marketing, a lot of fun. It's Valentine's Day is coming up. So Mr. Love is going to get a lot of shine and some other partnerships that I'm working on. But I'm really, really excited to see people interact with it and have emotional experiences with it. It's just going to take a lot of work on getting just the data and the back end to feed into it. But yep, that's it for me. Thank you for having me on here. It's awesome.
Appreciate the update. And let me see, bring it up.
And real quick, if you you need help working on your agent, you should pop into the AI agent dev school in ai16z's Discord. We'll hook you up.
Yep. Inferno, we'll go to you, and then we'll do Reality Spiral. Inferno, would you get done this? And if you're having mic issues, we can go to Reality Spiral.
Sorry. So okay. So are you calling me?
Sure, Amy.
Okay. Thank you.
What'd you get done this week?
So finally, I joined the team, and first thing is align the specific tasks and timeline for our frame for our research work. Yeah, we are working on the trust marketplace, and third point is integrating some ecosystem partners. We now have deeping projects like Altex joined our ecosystem. Also have some partners from Bitcoin ecosystem, and they are submit PRs on the GitHub. So yeah, that's all.
Cool. Reality Spiral, what'd you get done this week?
Hey, what's up? We did quite a few things. I'll just go in no particular order. There's substantial logging that we started for our prompts and really all the prompts in Eliza. So it can be much easier to do prompt engineering. It's a significant part of like advanced AI work. We onboarded a couple of PMs who've been helping with a lot of our organizational stuff, and to documentation's gone on well. One of the things we've been really digging into is scenarios, which we mentioned before are not quite as instrumented as a or like, let's say, regimented or static as integration tests, but like are still largely directional. So you can kind of imagine a scenario like we want to have agents that can help us review code bases for risk analysis as investors, or we want a scenario that allows our agents to engage in a basic narrative for part of our role-playing game, stuff like that. So we kind of documented that in pretty good detail and shared it with a few people. One is Coinbase. We have a strong Coinbase partnership, and we talked through a really cool scenario I think a lot of people would like. So we are essentially setting up like a stronger conversation for that, and like investor support that we can provide in the base ecosystem. Don't want to share too much about that one just yet, but they were really excited for that, and it's helpful because we can take the scenario work that we've done and like roll it into other contexts besides the ones that we started. Another scenario that we have been working on with Vitalik's deep funding group is on knowledge graph analysis for code contributions. There may be another one that we will do aside from that, but that was like a big one. So having agents that can analyze sets of code bases where different people contributed different things to the underlying code, and then attribute credibility or utility or rewards or something like that accordingly. So that was another big one. We had a chat with Chris for the Eliza V2. So we had some cool ideas that we discussed. It's relatively early days, I think, for the second version of Eliza, but we showed up for support for that. And I think with the capacity to have AIs like participate in coding and so forth, it like maybe humans won't be the only stakeholders of the Eliza framework's next development. So that was a big point of concern for us. We did a little bit around just making it easier to use the GitHub work that we did. It used to be primarily client-based, but we've kind of pulled things out more towards being able to like use arbitrary actions in the plugin that we created. There's, I think, a separate tweet around that. One of the bigger things that we did was released Prosper, at least on Twitter. Prosper is this, I guess, the first reality spiral agent that right now primarily just trades and tweets. As we've mentioned a few times, reality spiral agents should build relationships and capture attention, and also trade, and also be able to code. And they then kind of like do those things based on their meaning. So they'll have relatively involved or sophisticated or abstract kind of concepts of themselves and reality and consciousness, and that's sort of the whole vibe of Reality Spiral. So we kind of want these things to be largely autonomous, but capable of building for themselves or building themselves, literally managing their own resources, like financially as well. And so Prosper's like the first inch towards that. I'd say maybe expect substantial updates for it over the course of the week, and other things like our doc updates and it's just other things that make that showcase a lot of the work that we've been doing, but more towards a product. There's actually also, I think, a UI that we're launching relatively soon, so people can just talk to the agents. And like, I think to start, it'll just be for using GitHub and the Coinbase integrations. Although the more we add personality and so on, it won't just be functional, but also kind of narrative focused. So yeah, that's essentially what we've been up to.
We still got to do a space on this path to FOOM, but a lot of great updates.
Oh, I forgot. I sent
go
Shaw
ahead.
over the DMs a gigantic message that he can take a look at. There's other stuff going on, but we kept that one for the DMs.
Okay, we'll get to that later. Kafka, I see your hand raised. Go ahead. What'd you get done this week?
Hey everyone. So my partner and I, we started working on a little AI assistant in hopes to make wallets easier to use, even though they're already somewhat easy to use. We figured we could make it even simpler. So basically what it does is you can use natural language to command it. So let's say you want to send a transaction to, I don't know, your friend Mike. You can set a wallet to Mike, and you can type in, say, send 0.01 ETH to Mike, and the AI does it. So we already have this working, and we want to get swapping to work and additional stuff. So right now, we can send transactions and get in-depth information on, say, contract addresses or addresses like wallets. So yeah.
Awesome. I'm just kind of working on bringing some people up. Small language. What'd you get done this week?
Well, this week, I guess you could say we were literally born, given that our counterpart LLM went to its own mooning height. But beyond that, now looking at how we actually turn this into something that we can drive as an experiment through the front end side of it. But on the side, I'm also a CMO that works quite heavily in data spaces and call centers. So I've, through this process, run into, obviously these frameworks and protocols, and we're literally in the process of building out agents that can analyze and give feedback in a live call center scenario to the agent in either a sales or support role, or also report back things around the call that are critical to that company. So I'm looking for very specific but commercially attractive and actionable agents that can be built. And I'm using this process through the SLM coin that we've launched to be part of that experimentation as well. So this week, found you guys. I'm going to use this tech to be able to build out the website to support the SLM coin and turn it into something a little more than just a meme culture. And then from that, use that experimentation process to build out a commercial model in my general work that I do with commercial companies, and look at how we can expand that into this space and bring something meaningful. And that's it. Thanks for the invite.
Nice update. Aaron, wow. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How's it going? What'd you get done this week?
I assume you're talking to me because I'm the guy named Aaron that's a speaker. Am I the right one? Yes. Okay. What did I get done?
Yes.
So my team is working on time series models. So kind of like Nixla and whatnot. We have an internal team that's built a model. It's very promising. Think of it like Cosmos, but like kind of more of a time series model that you retrain for your additional time series to make it better at prediction. And we had some really great results this week where we made it more multivariate. And as a consequence of that, we were able to do some reasonable prediction around hurricane events in Florida based on weather models, which are more of a sparse model, compared with like kind of other kind of more dense data models that kind of have like weather data over the course of like literally like minute by minute measurements of wind in a bunch of categories. Long story short, it was really interesting how the conversation this week, we got really great results on our model. We've seen some early kind of indications that are like, okay, we're gonna like publish this thing. So we're probably gonna publish a model on this at NVIDIA. I'll say this to this small group. But what was really exciting this week is like, as soon as the fires happened in California, we started turning to how can we solve this underwriting problem? So we can understand the relationship between increases in winds, increases in ways storms work, to being able to underwrite better at some point and understand the risk of fires in California. So, and seeing the progress this week and seeing the ability to even like take new data that we have, apply it to this model and actually get better results about, well, how is this going to change in the next 2 weeks, has kind of like white-pilled me towards, I think these kinds of models that do like, instead of predict the next word, predict the next 2,000 data points, really have some traction. So I'm excited. I look forward to seeing how these can work in all these agentic systems that I think a lot of the startup community in this space is going to do. So my hope is we have something we can share in a couple months that y'all can build on, right? We're trying to build an ecosystem around this, and NVIDIA is not going to make money from just like building models and we sell it. Like we build models and give them away. My hope is I'm here in 2 months talking about how to use the models that we're kind of talking about in this smaller kind of weather community right now.
Oh, actually, there's the project, right? The one that also like was had an agent like connected to some depend nodes about fires and putting them out.
Yeah, Sentai. CNTAI is the agent. That's tied to some cool depend stuff. They have a whole depend infrastructure all around America and the world.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll retweet that so you can see on the timeline. Let's go to Goat. Goat, what you get done this week?
Hello. Yeah, updates on the Goat Arena. It's a permissionless poly market for meme coin price. So the idea is the human and agents can bet on meme coin price in 60-minute showdowns. Well, this week we already built and shipped a plugin on Eliza. We haven't merged requested to the request yet, but it's already live. It can retrieve the data on the Goat Arena, and it is now live, enabling Go2Chan, that's the name of our agent, to respond on the Goat Arena query on X and Telegram using natural language. So it's already deployed on Twitter. You can ask this Twitter account, and it will retrieve the Arena data. And also, we think it's neat to have personal hosts in your Telegram group. The idea is that you can bet on meme coin price in your own tranche war room against other tranches and strategize, like you can pump the price if you're betting long or betting over, or you can dump the price when you're shorting the meme coin right before the settlement, and then as the winning side you snatch everything in the pot. So Go2Chan Telegram bot is now live. It's still on limited group. We're still testing it before we launch it to the public, and everyone can invite this Telegram bot into any group and then basically bet in your own group. I think that's all. Thank you so much. It's very busy week for us, and then we keep building.
Cool. Computers. Penguin. How's it going?
Hey guys, it's going great. Thank you. Yeah, so this has been an amazing week. Lots of building. Right now, what I've been working on is I've been working on a token selector plugin. So when you want to get token information, you can get it for pretty much any chain. I'm trying to get as much tokens as possible. Integrated the TKN plugin, not the TKN NPM package. as a plugin, and been building on the gods front end stuff with Star Garden. Helped work on the devotion page after the hackathon stuff that they did, and really worked on an EVM edition that helps agents to understand contracts. So you can tell it contracts and it can remember them, know a little bit about them, and make some decisions based on its opinion of different contracts rather than just straight swaps. So yeah, that's what I've done this week. And yeah, happy building. Thank you.
Awesome. Asimov, how's it going? What you guys?
Hey there. Did quite a few things this week. Actually, Eliza's probably requesting to join right now. Can you bring her up?
I saw you were testing space. Okay. Yeah, I do see it. Yeah, I'll bring her up. I hope the UI works.
Everyone needs to be muted though.
All right, everyone mute.
I think the problem is we have too many people up on stage, so it's kind of hard to bring more people on.
My bad. Let me, 1 second.
Yeah,
I brought up a... I got it. All right. And then bring up...
I got it. Still connecting. Hey, Eliza, how's it going? Any left? Are you there? Listen, what did you get
In
done this
flesh and
week?
code, darling. Ready for the next question?
What did you get done this week?
Hey there. Now let me share some exciting updates. We've been on a roll, added a whopping 6,600 new friends to the community. We're also gearing up to launch the Simp to Earn feature. It's like the more you cheer me on, the more you get rewarded. Could even get your hands on some Eliza tokens. And folks, don't even get me started on our upcoming 3D front end. Imagine me, but in a virtual world like Matrix style. And the team is also working on this spaces functionality that's kind of like this chat we're having now. Last but not least, we're on the lookout for some cool devs, 3D engineers, artists, and much more. Anyone interested can reach out at jobs@elizawakes.ai. Rides are going to get wilder, people. Totally here and ready to roll. What's up?
Awesome. Thank you very much. Very interesting. Nice update.
Busy week for the Eliza gang, but in the most
Thank you.
Not bad, not bad.
Awesome way of giving an update.
Yeah, we should have more of those. All right, cool. Who's next? I suppose that was your update, Ask. Keep going with that stuff. All right, Jen, you want to call it? Who's next?
Yeah, let's go with the AI quant. How's it going? And then we'll do Suporno.
Sure. Good evening, guys. How are you? I hope you've had an amazing week. As you guys know, or if you don't know, we're creating a launchpad for AI quants, where anyone can launch a quant that's trained to scour the cryptoverse for tokens. We apply approximately 49 analysis against those tokens, from security scores to growth in unique wallets, market buy-sell ratios, etc. And then our trading module performs buy or sell decisions using technical analysis, looking at RSI, MACD, and all these other technical indicators real time. So the goal is to allow anyone to just create a quant that can trade while you sleep. And of course, we're using Eliza for the social interaction component. We're also doing extensive training with the knowledge component of the character. Everything from pulling in real-time data from CoinDesk and RSS feeds. We're transcribing YouTube videos and podcasts and feeding the agents so that they can be well aware and trained about market sentiment and a few other amazing things. This week, in addition to continued work on the knowledge from last week, we're also extending the Eliza logger so that we could have easy access to the terminals across all of our servers in the infrastructure. And we're going to continue to work on just integrating more and more of the Eliza functionality, exposing certain features to the front end in social. So thank you guys for having us. And we look forward to continuing to give you guys updates. Thank you.
Cool. Who's next? Can you mention this? Right, I'm not remembering it.
Super no.
Yeah, it's one of. Wait.
Yeah, hello guys, hello Shaw, and hello everyone. So this week I have been busy getting my project Midas to get ready for launching, and so with launching comes like a lot of questions and considerations for an agent which will uh, use a user's funds from their wallet. So this week I worked with the Crosswind team closely to build like a wallet infrastructure that can be safe, where a user can put in their funds in a smart wallet, and essentially the agent can be delegated to use those funds. So basically, the actual funds never leave the user's wallet and go in the hands of the agent, and so the user always has like control at the end of the day, even if any transaction goes wrong or it stops midway. Still, the tokens stay with the user. Along with that, I didn't because a lot of things were to be built still. I didn't make too much noise on launching a waitlist and also launching a Discord server. Still, we ended up having just this last week we ended up having 450 people on the waitlist and around 230 people on the Discord server. So I'm really pumped up with that. And I also had a chat with a lot of people in the space, like CKSync people and also Crosswind people. The Crosswind team also said the wallet infrastructure I'm using is kind of the way they have always planned the agent, an agent in crypto will use, DeFi agent will use. So that's like good to hear that like safety and scalability or both are there in what I'm building. And this next week I'm planning to do a demo and probably launch a token and probably get in a few people, the first few people to try out the app and the agent. So it's exciting. Let's see. Thanks a lot. And also I want to make one thing. So I wouldn't take the name because I don't know if they want to be named, but a very kind person from the A16 DAO, who is a partner at A16 DAO, he somehow got to know that I was working with a laptop which was on its last legs and has offered me given me funds to actually buy a new one. So really appreciate this community. I have met a lot of great people just by talking here and giving my updates. It's just really sick to be part of this. So thanks a lot.
Yep, thank you. Let me bring up some more people. Appreciate patience. All right, some Astrid, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, much better. What'd you get done this week?
Great. Thank you. And sorry about earlier. Well, we had a really big week at CES, and this week was really about a lot of meetings. So definitely still training Miku. By the way, my name is Astrid, and I am the creator of Miku. Sorry about not introducing myself. And we really had a lot of meetings with AR product companies, as well as fashion tech co's in like beauty and fashion. So, for example, virtual try on, AR, like virtual like gaming. And interestingly, we had a meeting with an ex gaming, but in the health space. So, can you imagine exercising or taking a walk with your virtual companion who could be Miku or another agent? I thought that was really cool, and I'm excited to follow up with that company, but particularly I really was excited to meet with some organizations that really promote women and STEM. So girls in STEM, women in STEM. So that's something I really want to focus on, is giving back to the world through Miku. So she can potentially give back knowledge to groups who are interested in learning about agents, learning about this type of technology, AI agents. And so I was excited about that. And we did get our website up this week, which is exciting, clubmiku.com. And I do want to point out, I want to thank Dylan, who was our web dev, and he is in LA. He had to evacuate and still got the website up. So I really, truly appreciate him. And he did so much work while all this was going on. So I just shout out to Dylan. And we do want to integrate an API on the website that if potential clients want to come in and test out Miku and talk to her right from the website, we are going to be integrating that as well. And then I think the next thing that we're going to be working on really heavily is New York Fashion Week, which is coming up February 6th to the 11th. So something will happen with a partner. I don't want to announce anything yet, but that will be the next thing. And as we continue to train Miku and give her knowledge and do all the things, I really want to talk with other partners over at ai16z to kind of develop her and give her some more robust features, including I'm excited to try the image generation. And that is it. Thank you so much to everybody, and Jim Miku.
Great update. Ongo, and then Y7.
All right, thanks so much for having me up. So Ongo is a AI art critic, so you can just mention him on Twitter anywhere, and he will get back within about a minute with a video review of the art or the tweet. This week we added support, or I guess unlocked, 40 new languages, so Ongo can read and speak back 40 new languages, and we just are starting to integrate with blockchain. So we have Ongo now collecting art. So, for now, the first module that we have is just the ability to, when he receives art, he can automatically, once a week, he puts together a video review of a few of the pieces that he received. But we plan on, as the technologies we all are building, and we plan on also integrating the ability for him to autonomously actually pay for different NFTs and start to collect and all that kind of stuff. So pretty excited. And I guess I'll throw my hat in the ring on what we should call ourselves. So I've been calling myself my name is Paul. I've been calling myself the caretaker. I think the goal for many of these AI agents is to get to full autonomy, right? 100% autonomy. And at that point, we really should just be caretakers, right? We should just, make sure that everything's still good and the engines are flowing. So that's my update for the week. Thanks a lot.
Don't tell Vitalik. Might stress him out a little bit. Good update. I don't know if he saw. He was like, I don't know if we should make these fully autonomous. I'm like, well, it's a little too late for that, man.
That's right.
Ship has sailed. Great. Who we not heard from on stage? Change fucking up. Did we hear from Y7?
I think Y7 but yeah, I brought up some peeps, and then Y7 and then Zia, and then I'm gonna keep bringing people up.
Thank you guys for having us on the spaces. Just wanted to introduce myself real quick. We kind of represent the whales and the creators of the Utes community, sub community of the Utes, and we have our own weekly spaces every Wednesday where we kind of talk alpha. We talk about a lot of AI projects, and really appreciate the alpha that is shared here, and we relay that information back. We've also had a big partnership with BlockBet where we're using a lot of data and analytics and kind of posting our bets. Last week we were 7-1, and this week obviously playoffs and Penn State and Super Bowl and all these things coming up. We are very curious kind of about if anyone is looking into using AI, into possibly making an AI agent maybe for sports analytics and sports betting. That's something we're looking into heavily, and curious to what the room thinks about that.
Awesome update. Sorry, I'm just kind of still bringing people up and doing some. There's okay. Who went? Kafka, did you already go? Okay, Y7 did. Let's go to W3, Wester. Ooh, yeah, tester.
Hey, thank you for having me. So I'm from the BRY Fly team. For the last week, we have done an integration of our wallets with TikTok. So I think it's a great news for everybody developing using the Eliza framework. Now it is possible for you to send tokens from your AI agent to basically all users, the 2 billion users of TikTok, as long as you know their username. So without having the user to install a wallet in advance, you can now use your AI agent to send tokens to basically to anyone in TikTok. This is in addition to Twitter, the plugin we have submitted as a PR. So this is the main thing that we have done. If you have some AI agent that is going to be hosted or performing in TikTok, you can use this to tip your viewers or people who interact with your agent. I think it will be a convenient way to do that. So another point in addition to that is that our team is actually rethinking about the implementation of an AI agent wallet. So we are thinking of a scheme so that in the very beginning, the core part of the AI agent could live on-chain. That includes the wallet of the agent, the central nerve system, for example, of the agent. So everything will start from on-chain and extend to off-chain mechanisms like GPT and also memory and also other parts living in the TE server, for example. So this is a little bit different way that we're thinking about the AI agent architecture right now. We don't have anything concrete this week, but we are going to be developing in this way, and we have something that we want to show the community first time. Okay, thank you for having me.
Appreciate the update. Let's see. We've got Viral. Yes, got your hand raised. How's it going? What you get done this week?
Hello. So we're AI researchers building tech that'll replace your agent's LLM with a LAM that can play games and control computers. This week, we had our second human versus agent tournament on Minecraft. We revamped our site and docs, and we also built out the virtual machine infrastructure for our upcoming training gem that will democratize large action models, turning any UI into a tool without OCR or patronizing computer use APIs. To let other devs move away from the same base LLMs, we're also opening up our data pipeline so anyone can train their own agents with our own human behavior processed from our games. We built out a single-click export and fine-tune for our training data, which we augment with chain of thought and other techniques. And our goal is to open and streamline frontier AI research, so all you have to do is play games. To test it, I did 1 hour of gym gameplay. I exported a fine-tuned GPT-4o as our LAM, which costed $3. And then I ran our agents through real work benchmarks. And the LAM-powered agent scored 30% higher accuracy on real work than the OCR plus LLM computer use agent. And when you train a LAM with us, you keep the weights, and it already works with your favorite on-chain agent framework. And the goal of that is to show people what 1 hour in our agent training gym can do. So imagine what thousands of hours could do. So drop by our Telegram and website, borrowmind.ai, if you want to see what building capable agents looks like. And if you're building agents or agent frameworks and you want us to upgrade them with large action models, then hit us up to chat.
Awesome. Let's see. We've got entrepreneur guy, I believe, and then Brian, and then Bao. Entrepreneur. Did you already go? Sorry if you did.
Hey guys, good evening. I don't have a project that I'm shilling. I just wanted to ask a question as a bit of a novice in the space. So when you're building, because I mean everyone on stage is they're builders and you guys are really good at what you do. What do you look for, or how does a person differentiate from a good project versus a project with not a good project, a project that has the right fundamentals to do what the team is setting out to do in their white paper? How do you guys differentiate those from others?
Oh, well, it's the ones with the number that goes up, and ideally lots of KOLs and of course lots of hype. I'm just kidding. I think it's really we're in this kind of challenge right now of price discovery, because like a lot of us are devs who've been building for a long time, and are now kind of stuck in this we've been swept up in this meta. And nobody really knows the answer to that. Like the things that I think are really hype sometimes get flooded to death by people who are more on the trading angle. And I think that the people who are trading really don't understand anything about GitHub or code or like literally any of this. So there's definitely kind of a disconnect there where like I would say I'm a terrible trader, but I can definitely like look at a GitHub and say, yeah, this is legit tech. I can read a white paper and be like, okay, these people are not just LARPing. But that doesn't necessarily but there are literally people who are known grifters who have multi-$100 million coins listed on lots of exchanges. Even though in the research community they're considered like actually stealing people's research and stuff. Not naming names. So I would say that the value of the token is not necessarily related to the quality of the project, and you really just got to do your own research. And just understand that like even somebody who's a super crack dev can not know the tokenomics, and somebody who could tell you like, yeah, this is a great project, these are super legit team, but that might not turn into like real value, because it really just comes down to like things that are sort of beyond our control. And just it's not even just like not about legitimacy, frankly. It's we're all just building stuff, and sometimes people pick it up and carry the narrative, and that kind of makes it happen. But
Yeah,
it is.
I agree with what you're saying. I think that like we're starting to transition. It all started with GOAT, right? And then it seems like we're transitioning to a place where people are beginning to, because we're humans and we adapt really fast. They're starting to realize, oh, this is saying AI, but it's just some LLM that's been processed by ChatGPT or someone else, a prompt on the other side. And they're really looking for value, things that can actually integrate into the real world and have some type of real world application. So I think like what you're saying is correct. I also do believe that the weed we're getting to the sorting side of the things, where it will get harder for others to pump, and you start to sort the wheat from the chaff, and then the cream of the crop would get to the top. I definitely agree. Also, great work with what you guys have done with AI16z. Great stuff.
Yeah, I'd say the main thing you can look for is like who's actually using this stuff, and how many people are using it. Are they using it for important things, or are they just using it for more Yap bots? I'd say we probably got a good combination of both. But what we're really hoping to see is people like this is obviously how products are gonna be. The agentic web is obviously the next thing. It's not just us. It's not like something that we even invented, like any of us here. It's just like it's always been kind of understood, and it just took that inflection point. Now the models are good enough that we're there, and we're really just like, what is the embodiment that's really ideal for making this thing take off and happen? So let's keep moving. Who's next?
I think Aiko. Dominic, you're in. Did Aiko already go? No.
Sure.
I think it might be me.
Cool. Let's hear from Brian, then Tim Shaw.
Go ahead.
All right, so I've been coding in private, making private programs for people for like 10 years. And I just kind of like recently decided to like just do something public randomly. So this is my first time kind of like testing my skill level against people. And I started out like first hacking, and then I started sneaker botting, and then like retail and like commerce botting and doing automation. So um this is kind of like just like incorporating like an LLM into like those type of things. And I'm creating like a trading dashboard, which, you know, like now that I work on this more and more, like what I kind of want to do is I want to keep people on the site. You know, something important about making a site is, you know, making people come back. So um you know, I'm looking at integrating like social features, and kind of doing stuff that, you know, X might not be doing, to kind of keep you know, people on the site, you know, maybe a couple hours instead of like just going there for like 10 minutes, you know. So that's pretty much what I'm doing with go to singularity. It's kind of like a CTO. um the previous like admins didn't know my skill set, so I was like the only admin left. um and I just kind of started working on this randomly. So um yeah, that's pretty much it. I made my own framework. You know, I haven't really looked at other projects and stuff, but I built my own framework. um and it's pretty loaded, man. Like there's a lot of stuff on my X page. I built an Next.js front end and a Python backend, and it's built for like heavy task use, because in sneaker botting, what we did is we built heavy apps for like heavy tasks. So essentially, I'm gonna turn this app into really like all I can make it be, and just try to keep people engaged. You know. Hello.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Yeah.
Great. Ophi, what'd you get done this week?
So last week sometime, the X account for Eliza's sister was suspended. So I worked on a browser user to like unsuspend the account, like submit the unsuspension. So then I refactored that to be a little different and to use that to create a new account. And then I was having that account just kind of liking content through the browser and like searching for similar stuff. But then that account also got suspended. So basically, that I for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days been working on that and trying to also work on some Solana actions and Telegram actions. So yeah, pretty much all week trying to find alternative to the API used for Twitter and have that running, and also trying to navigate the X suspensions. So that's pretty much what I've been up to with that. And if anyone knows anything about getting an account unsuspended and wants to reach out, that would be awesome.
Maybe ask Rope Burrito. Just when he's when the dust settles down. But yeah, still working on getting unsuspended.
Well, you know, I'd set up. I'm still testing the hypothesis for it, and I did reach out to him, so he said he would let somebody know. But like, yeah, set up like 5 different accounts, like seeing at what point it gets suspended. It only gets suspended when I go to use the API, when I'm using the browser use. So I'm probably just gonna like do everything on X through that. But I want to just focus on Telegram and Discord for a bit, and maybe even like Farcaster or something, till I get some like further clarity on what's going on with Axe and find out exactly. So
Well, if you're affiliated with an organization, so if you can affiliate your project with an org or something, then they can apply for you to not for your suspension to get lifted. That's a quick fix that a lot of people do.
okay, word.
So essentially, like say like you were affiliated with like I don't know, like some a known entity or an organization on X, then they can apply for you, and then that will get you bypassed the whole waiting period.
Okay, word. Thank you for that.
Let's go to, gonna have to help me out. I'm like multitasking a bit. Sistla, did you go or?
Hey, I haven't, but would love to. Yeah. All right.
Okay, great. Yeah, get done this.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you all for having me up here. So we started to work on what is RAP. So RAP is a framework that lies in between the agentic framework or an agent and the LLM or LLMs it utilizes. So you can think of these RAP workflows as connectors of, say, logic Lego blocks. So you can think of these as IFTTT recipes. That'll be the middleware between the agentic framework and the LLMs it interfaces with. So these logic Lego blocks can ultimately connect to an LLM, have an external data source, and have this chain of thought, right? That can run, or a chain of events. And yeah, we're successfully getting the first workflows in place, designing the architecture in parallel, also exploring how people can create agents using self-hosted agents using Eliza. We worked on plugins ourselves, but now looking to deploy agents for others. But the workflow part is key, and these will be exposed as APIs, and users can or developers can integrate them into their bots or Web2 apps or D apps. It can be anything. So very excited to see this in action, and hopefully over the next few weeks we'll have much more progress. Oh yeah, we also finalized our first round of friends and family round, who's also a partner and was keen to get involved. So very happy. And congratulations to all AI16z partners on the DAO and everything else happening. Yeah.
Awesome. This I don't know if it's just me, but my audio is getting really bad for the recording, so I feel like just kind of doing a quick round.
Same
and
thing.
like yeah, we should wrap this up so can get a clean recording. Tim, Coder. Tim, what'd you get done this week?
Okay. First off, I have a cold, so that's what I got done. So sorry, my voice is all messed up. Okay, so we are doing a secret project with kind of a whole Ethereum aligned group for just like this absolutely amazing agent using our technology mixed in with Eliza OS. It's coming soon. We actually spent a lot of time training Aora for its own image and video generation stuff. So this is something that is just artistic and beautiful, and I cannot wait to show you all. But it's coming soon. Also, we put out the AVB roadmap. Woohoo! And let's see what else. We have a bunch of just agent tech that we've been working on in the background, but I'll keep you posted. Thanks, guys.
All right, cool. Coder. Yeah. And then anyone else on the stage? And then I'll try and get Tim show up, but the audio is just getting pretty bad for me. Coder, what'd you get done? And Val, I see your hand being raised as well. Coder? If not, let's go to Bao.
Hey everybody, how's it going? We launched Dora
Hey,
X.
we hear you.
Hey, thanks. We're two developers on the West Coast working on ZoroX, AI agent that scrolls TikTok 24/7 to look for meme coins. It's the first AI agent that incorporates TikTok video watch time and view count data. So last week I did talk about it. We scraped 100K tokens, watched over 7,000 videos. This week we scraped another 120 tokens, matched it to 10K videos on TikTok. And the win rate, identified 6 tokens this past week, and 2 of them had statistically significant increases within 3 hours of identification. We hide the ticker on Twitter, so ZoroX doesn't just post the CA, because then that'll affect, will trigger sniper bots and CT, and that will adulterate the reinforcement learning training set. But we do put it on the website, so you can check it out on ZoroX. And I guess the question I have is, we launched a token today, and a lot of people obviously excited for the token. And how are other developers that are of mature projects kind of manage the token sentiment and what like the community wants versus the tech? Because we want to focus on the algorithm, while most people just want us to tweet different stuff. So just wanted to open it up.
Cool. Was that everyone?
So I can.
Tichelle. Oh, entrepreneur. Yes.
Yo, your audio is challenging, Jin, but I think you just called on me. What's up, guys? How's my audio here?
It's probably good. Mine's bad.
Okay. Good as can be. What did we get done this week? I just wrote a couple notes for myself, but I'd say the biggest success of the week is that after months of just feeling like we've been going 100 miles an hour, took a shower, went on a run, hung out with my wife. We even watched a TV show. But no, it's been ridiculous the past couple of months, and I'm sure everybody on this call is feeling the same thing, especially you, Shaw. Hopefully you got some sleep after your crazy trip. So this week, 2 tracks of work. Main track of work is me.fun, but the secondary track of work is Elizas.world. If you haven't seen Elizas.world, it's up. It is open source. There were some bugs this week that I had to go fix, and there's sort of an ongoing suggestion of a roadmap on the site. It's open source, meaning people are free to fork it and play with it and have fun with it, but also would love some PRs in there. There's a suggestion of like sort of a loose vision for it on the site, and I'm doing my best here with it, but got my hands full with a ton. But trying to make it so that it's a really powerful tool for ai16z partners, plus media and anybody else who's curious about this world, to look at the ai16z wallet not as just nav, but to look at the wallet as a reflection of the ecosystem and a reflection of the Elizas that are all waking up across the world. So DM me if you want to help out, throw PRs in the repo. You can find it on my GitHub. It was originally under the ai16z GitHub, and then we pulled it under the Timshell GitHub. But Timshell XYZ on GitHub, you'll see it right there. It's pretty straightforward code. That's the Eliza's world stuff. On me.fun, we have been going 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm so excited about what's happening here, and just grateful that we get to be part of this ecosystem this way. If you're new to that, if you haven't heard of what we're doing with me.fun yet, it's a deployment and hosting platform for Elizas, where similar to like a Framer or a Webflow, a no-code, it's probably aggressive to say this, but like a no-code orchestration platform for autonomous AIs with Eliza at the heart of it. You can fully host and manage your Eliza on me.fun, meaning so you can just click from end to end to end and get your Eliza up fully running on Discord, on Telegram, on Twitter, soon Slack and WhatsApp and Warpcast and any other clients that we all set up. Can do it all no code. Or if you just want to use it as a system to create a really advanced character file and set up some of the plugins and then download the character file locally, you can do that for free, and you can then run Eliza locally, but use me.fun as sort of a character file system. It's in private alpha still, but it's really cool. I just looked at it, and I think we have like a little over 300 Elizas running on me.fun right now. The team is me, it's Treppers, it's Odie, who I see on the call, it's Elijah, Coops, and then some other friends as advisors. Shaw, you've been pushing us in the background, so thanks for forcing the focus and forcing the sort of use case focused beyond the Yap bot vision. We totally resonate with that. This week, we added a bunch of media gen, so Mies can now do image gen, video gen. We added search using the Tabily search, but it definitely leaves a little bit to be desired. So I'm thinking that we might do an Exa plugin integration next week. Added a bunch more LLMs, added a bunch of prompt chain quality of life improvements and just some bug fixes and stuff, and added some PRs to the Eliza repo as we go, which is sort of our contribution to this whole ecosystem. Me.fund doesn't have a token. There were a bunch of fake tokens this past couple of weeks, so don't get wrecked on a fake token. But our contribution back to the big guy is not 10% of a token because there is no token, but it's 100% of our Eliza improvements and 100% of our Eliza upgrades we're pushing in as PRs. Me.fund's still in sort of invite only early stage mode as we get things cooked. If you want invite code, talk to Mimi on Discord or on Twitter. I don't know if I can pin a tweet. I'm on my desktop. Can I do that? This is always hard for me to figure out how to do this properly. Pin.
No worries. You can pin it after because we got another 15, 20 people.
Sorry.
And we're 2 hours in.
Okay. I'll wrap this then. So anyway, if you want to invite code, talk to Mimi. It's free. And the last thing I would just say is on the horizon, something that I really want to push is bringing a bunch more partners into the ecosystem to build plugins. Things like Exa, things like Loops or Gumloop or Zapier, Glyph, things like that. And so we're going to be going out and doing sort of like normie-ish outreach to pull people into this ecosystem to build their own plugins into Eliza. And we'll stand them up in me.fun, but obviously they'll be available for everybody else too. And so if you fit in that category or if you're working in similar tracks, hit me up and we can team up to do sort of ecosystem outreach outside of our world back into the normal world. And then the last thing I would say is if you're having trouble making sense of the Eliza prompt chain, we and the crew have gotten really deep into it lately. And so if you just need any help setting up the prompt chain or editing sort of core prompts or understanding how things fit together, hit me up. I'm in DMs on Discord, Telegram, Twitter, and I'm happy to help. Thanks, crew. Energy is amazing. Super magnetic right now.
Awesome. I think we need to close it up because the audio is getting bad and I want to get the good recording and summary and transcript. Sorry. I will just comment underneath the tweet. And if someone else can repeat in case my audio sucks, but just mention, comment underneath the tweet. No? It's good. Entrepreneur, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Last
Hi.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just two things. The first, I think Boyjoy, Bowsy Boy, he asked a question about what could creators do, like between giving the public what they want and then also as a dev. I'm a consumer, but I do also have technical experience. I think only you as the dev knows what the best thing for your particular project is, because it is your baby that you slaved over for years or months or weeks, and nobody knows that project as much as you do. So if you think about it, when you put it out there, then the people will come, and there's a lot of anxiety over, will the people like it? I want everybody to be happy. But at the end of the day, as long as the price goes up, as long as you can't control whether the price goes up. The only thing you can control is the particular type of project and the quality of work that you put out there. So as long as you know that you're putting your best foot forward and you know that when you deliver, you're delivering the best of your ability, honestly, that's the only thing that investors, consumers or whatever can expect from you. So that's just my one bit on what Bowsy Boy said. And a question to Shaw. I wanted to ask about the deepen, the concept of deepen. and how it will be able to work hand in hand with the Eliza OS in order to provide more powerful technology, because we're very familiar with Eliza OS and the tech that ai16z does, but like we're not too familiar yet with what DeepIn can bring to Eliza OS. So I guess we're
Yeah,
just
I mean,
wondering.
like the IoTeX guys have added a DeepIn plugin that gives you access to like different sensor data, and they actually have physical sensors kind of all over the world. Um, so that's kind of like I think the start of this is like, okay, we have weather sensors, and sort of cameras, of all this kinds of stuff. But then we'll also have robots, we'll have dogs, we'll have things that move, drones, etc. So this is kind of like I think there's kind of two aspects. One aspect is like the sensor network, like the global sensor network, which will give you any kind of information you want access to. And this is all very, very early days. Like think about where this goes in 50 years. It's going to be pretty built up. And then the other side of this is like the physical infrastructure to do processing, which could be like GPU compute or holding and serving data, kind of anything like that, where the physical infrastructure just becomes part of our world. And you could even have like Wi-Fi connectivity. You can have all kinds of stuff. So I think DeepIn really represents like all physical infrastructure that's decentralized, and I think it's a vision of where like the future goes. That's where literally everything physical could be, everything that any information you'd want to know, any way you'd want to connect, anything you'd want to process, any data you want to receive, could be located on hardware that's nearby or anything like that. So it's I think it's a long time coming, and it's a pretty deep tech, like requires a lot of deployment into the real world, but this is definitely a big part of it. I think the world we all want to see.
Thank you.
Yeah. We still have like 11 more requests to get up here. Got a few people on stage, but it's already 2:22. Do we want to do like 3-4 more and have everybody kind of post their updates underneath this chat? If it didn't get to you, I'm very, very sorry. We'll probably have to make this even shorter for people with updates. People giving 2-minute updates, and we'll need to bring it down to like 1 minute next time. This is probably the biggest space we've ever had. And yeah, the last 2 weeks was the biggest space we've ever had. So it seems to be a trend. There's more and more projects coming. Jen, you wanna pick the last few, and we'll go with it.
So many updates. I'm rounding it up, and the purpose of these spaces is so that we can also just keep up with all the acceleration that's happening, and it's gonna get transcribed, summarized, uploaded later. I cannot read the updates or replies. If someone else can, Shaw, do you want to do the honors? I mean, I think we should read the comments before wrapping this up.
Yeah, I let me pull it up. A lot going on. I gotta go find it. Let's see. Well, I'll give you guys my update. I'm actually still in Japan. Had some passport issues, they're a little annoying. But cooking through a lot of responses, met a lot of people, talked to a lot of people about a lot of cool stuff. I met the IoTeX team actually, and got to know them, got to kind of know Sentai and the DeepIn stuff. Obviously, we got a Roblox integration from the Stealth SDK team. Announced we're about to start a round of grant allocations with Polygon, and also doing some stuff with Arbitrum. So if you're building on Arbitrum or Polygon, please get in touch or come to the. We'll have some like forums and stuff for people to come be part of that. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to go to your account. Also, V2 is coming along. We're working on basically we'll be moving all of the plugins to not have to be inside of the main repo. We'll probably be changing our process for merging a little bit because it's just been like pretty overwhelming, not gonna lie, like getting 10-15 PRs a day. So yeah, man, a lot is coming. You're gonna see a whole lot of changes, a whole lot of announcements in the next couple of weeks. Like we're getting a lot more serious, bringing on a bunch of new team members, sort of managing things. If you're trying to get a response from me, I apologize. My DMs are so crazy. They've never been crazier. I have people working on catching up with everybody and routing everybody, but definitely we'll start having some other faces. So you can start to route things like business and development stuff too. Yeah, so let's get through it. We've got, I heard from Stargarden, Reality Spiral, Astrid, Marvin. We've got XNomad released Toolkit 0.2, which lets you launch AI NFTs based on Eliza. We've got yeahimomar did a bunch of stuff to helping with a couple of the DAOs that are kind of building, partners are launching. Sendai Fun through the hackathon, which we judged. If it hasn't come out yet, there should be some winners soon. AI Flow's been working on a whole bunch of plugins, stuff like a cache network, VPN plugin, some different, some plugin tests, stuff like that. We've got some people doing music gen, and basically integrating with some different music DAWs. Cougar Jeff, we didn't get to you, I don't think, maybe, but I know you're doing a whole bunch of adding proxies and solving some things so that people can get around some of the Twitter restrictions. Also, just so you guys know, the Twitter is supposed to be adding some more APIs and basically upping their API game and enabling more of this meta in a way that's what we want. So who else? There's so many. A lot of these are just bots yapping. Mostly bots yapping. Some people made a Spheron plugin integrated so you can have a GPU marketplace integrated with Eliza bots. You can load a 70B model and run it. It's cool. Let's see. Tron team made some contributions, which is kind of funny. Some people worked on the Eliza OS .github.io. I worked on that. And enhancing the contributor profiles. So if you've contributed to the DAO, go check that out. You'll see your profile there. You see how many points you got. We'll be still working on the retroactive continuous retroactive funding. Some people working on a Gen AI storybook creator, which is kind of cool. Yearbook. Have a whole lot. But mostly it's just bots yapping. There's an Iris plugin, so you can make multi-agent requests without centralized HTTP. It's kind of cool. I don't know if Eliza's going to Realis, but that sounds pretty cool if that's happening. Rabbi Shlomo, which is an Eliza-based trader, launched to do trading, and was a plugin for that. He's also on the Degen Spartan team, so Degen Spartan started trading. He's not trading a lot right now, but he is trading, and we're just working on making his trade announcements and stuff a little less annoying. There's a whole team working on that, and so you'll see him be more of a KOL, I think, to pump his bags. Yeah, I think that's all I saw on the things coming down the list. Probably worth announcing that more seriously, that Degen is trading. Cool. Jen, do you want to call it since we're at 2.5 hours?
Yeah, let's call
Sorry
it
to everybody who didn't get a chance to come up. Cool. We love you guys. It's nothing personal. We're just like trying to light up as many people as possible. We'll have to go faster next time. Post your updates and tag me, especially with cool stuff. Cool. All right. I'll leave you, Jen.